vision is to create a permaculture demonstration site. And what we'd like to do is be able to offer classes and have people come and learn about the permaculture principles, which are to do what's good for the earth and do what's good for the people and share the excess. And so permaculture is a very valuable thing for people to understand because it's a regenerative process rather than being consumptive. We are actually going to be, planting things and doing things that'll help to regenerate the environment, which is really important right now in these times. So what we've decided to do is start with a small step and build a greenhouse that's going to be built out of earth bags, and it'll be burned into the ground. So we'll use the ground's constant temperature to help to mitigate some of the big temperature swings that we have here in Montana. Most of the greenhouse is going to be buried under the ground. These are some of the elevations. And you see on the south elevation, you've got the glass, and this roof here is polycarbonate. On the east side, this whole section is going to be bermed under these terraces of soil. And then you can see the stairs coming down here. Part of the greenhouse, the floor level is down here. So a great deal of the greenhouse is going to be under the ground. This is the west elevation here. And of course, on the north side, you're just going to see the ground and some plants. In terms of the other systems that are part of this building, which I find really exciting, are the aquaponics, of course, where there's a fish tank, and then the water will flow through these troughs into a sump that gets pumped back into the fish tank. That's one. Also, the climate battery underneath, where we're taking the warm air from the ridge where it naturally rises to, and we're going to blow it under the floor and store it in the drain rock that's in the floor system. We're also going to collect the rainwater off the roof in this gutter, and it'll go into these rain barrels. And that's what we'll use to replenish the water supply. You see, with aquaponics, you're recirculating the water. The fish are pooping in the water, adding good nutrients for the plants. And then the plants, when the water is running through the troughs, those plants are taking up all the nitrogen and all the nutrients that the fish waste is, and then they clean the water so that it's clean again for the fish. And we also have an aeration system that we're going to be installing with the air pump that keeps the water oxygenated for the fish too. So we're utilizing a lot of different systems along with the earth bag construction, burning it into the ground. We're also using a cooling tube. So there's a large 36-inch tubes that are going to be buried in the ground, and then on the north side there's going to be inlets that'll allow that cool air to come in when we open this roof vent too. So once the climate battery is fully charged and we still have excess heat in the top, that's when this roof vent will open and the earth tubes will open, and it'll actually create air conditioning as well. So that's all very low energy consumption. All of these things are like pumps and vents that are going to be operated without a lot of electricity. So ultimately, at some point in the future, we're not going to do this right away, but we'd like to add some solar panels and have it truly a net zero building where we're not consuming any electricity to operate it, and we're collecting rainwater to replenish the water that's lost. It's going to be a pretty cool little building and a really fun project to be involved with. So if anybody's interested in joining us, everybody is welcome, and we're going to have good food and for lunches, and we're just putting together a little team that wants to learn about permaculture and about specifically a solar greenhouse. And this is just the very first project. We're going to continue after this with a lot of other aspects of permaculture and continue to teach different components, both with building and also landscaping and plants and permaculture design. My wife Diana and I are really excited about bringing this to the community and doing this project. This is something that we both feel is very important, not only for our local community, but for the greater community and the planet. Permaculture is really, it's an awesome design system. Everybody should know it.